I gotta move it over this way. Otherwise, it's just here. Oh,
there we go.
Here, there. Oh, how's it going, guys? We missed last week. Did we miss last week?
We did. We were out of town.
She was slacking.
Totally.
She's a slacker. How's it going, guys? So we're building up some lookers here. Awesome. Sensei Bondi. Hey, how's it going? Freezing cold up there. You guys snowed out.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh my
hey,
gosh.
Big John. Hey, Miss Debbie. How are you? Nikita. I'm thinking about you, girl. Hope you get to feeling better. Oh, so glad to see you on. All right. So, Eagle Martial Arts. Booyah. Hey, how's it going, Nikita? All right, guys. So, really green grass. So we're
So jealous of that green grass.
I am so jealous. What does this say? Hello, Kevin Bowen out here. Nice. Good stuff. Michael St. John. What's up? How's it going? Awesome. So, Michael, are you guys, y'all having a snow day today, right? I think you guys are having a snow day. That's cool. Super cool. Guys from Pennsylvania.
Is today his birthday?
Some New Jersey. And I think birthday.
I think
Solomon and Mike both. Yeah, awesome. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, guys. Hey, Mr. Bolden. So, green grass. We're gonna talk a bit about green grass. I know it's cliche. It gets old, right? But so we missed last week, Married Like a Champ, and I don't think we really gave anybody any warning. We just kind of went offline for a couple of days. So in our 26 years of marriage, 2 years ago,
watering our grass.
We were watering our grass. See, 2 years ago, we took this little kind of off the hip, said, you know, let's just leave for a couple of days. And we left our kids. And we'd never done that before. So anyway, yes, sir, not cool. Ready for the beach. Awesome, Mike. Cool. So we took a couple of days and went to stay in a cabin and just kind of reflect, rehash, catch up, spend some time together. And so we had a great time. So we were out there actually watering our grass last week. And so that's why we didn't
So
make our
What do you mean
video.
by that? The water the grass?
Water the grass.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, she requires fertilizer and water on a regular basis. Or maybe she produces a lot of fertilizer. I can't.
Yeah, everybody knows the back of the truth.
Okay, so anyway, grass is greener. So a long time ago, I learned this really cool lesson, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And the lesson is this. I worked in car sales. A lot of people don't know that. I've done a lot of things when I started working for my dad really young. Got to do some really cool stuff through my life. So I sold cars for about 3 years. And I would never trade that experience, man. I think it was one of the best business and kind of life experiences I ever had, right? And during that time, I worked at a dealership. It was a new car dealership. We sold new and used cars. And at the dealership, okay, I had a little business, we had a little business, and we got scared, we were not doing well, and we shut it down, and so take notes, failure, and I went in to let this car dealership know, because I'd done a lot of work for them, and I said, hey, I'm shutting down business. One of the managers heard me and said, hey, come over here, kid, and I was like, yes, because at the time, I think I was 19, I was like 19 years old at that time, yeah, and we had really fresh married, and he said, hey, you work at a dealership, Mr. Bolden, cool. So he said, hey, you want to learn how to make money? And I said, yes.
Sure, we're closing this down.
I need something.
Gotta have something to pay.
And I had worked for my dad most of my life and then gone to school. And whenever we first got married, we both agreed one of us would work, one would go to school. So she was working part-time and going to school, and I was going to work full-time. So we had a little business. Our business was flailing, and we got scared and didn't want to bury ourselves in it. So we shut it down, went to work at the car dealership. But here's the deal. I had no idea what I was getting into. So they threw me in the fire, and I learned out kind of in the field, you know, dealing with people. And so as I'm there, within a short period of time, the turnover with the salespeople was huge. I mean, it was just like a revolving door. New people in, new people out, new people in, new people out. And I was kind of astounded by that, you know.
Well, and I think a lot of them, it wasn't just that they were like going, okay, this sales stuff is not for me. they were revolving like through this dealership, and then they'd go down the street, and it was because I remember you
was
were
crazy.
talking about it all the time. Well, they moved down down to that dealership down there.
In 3 years, I was one of the senior salespeople at the dealership. I was one of the top salespeople in just a 3-year period, and one of the longest. You
were a veteran at 3 years.
At 3 years, yeah, and which is really no time if you know anything about business, right? So, anyway. Whenever one of the salespeople would rotate out, a lot of times they would just go down the street and go to work at another dealership, right? And hey, Mallory, she's saying hi, pretty lady. She's got to be talking to you. And Chip, I'm glad you specified, Mallory. So they would commonly, when they would leave the dealership, they'd go to work for another one down the street, whoever that was. And we're still friends, so you would talk to them and, hey, how's it going down there? And here would be the response. Man, Chip, it is amazing down here. It's the best. I can't believe I ever worked where you're at. And I would think to myself, okay, why? And so here's the deal. At the dealership I worked at, we got paid a certain amount of commission, and it was yay much. I'm not going to get into a lot of details. And down the street, they would get paid a certain amount of commission and get a car to drive. So they would get a demo. So they'd be like, oh yeah, man, they give me a car to drive and this and this and this. Well, so here's the deal. And at the end of the day, it looked like the grass was greener. And once they left where I was and would go somewhere else, they would always, you never want to admit you were wrong. So what do? Man, the grass is beautiful. There are no weeds over here. This is a perfect thing. And so it ended up, once I kind of sit down and really try to figure out why would you go somewhere else and is it really better? Where I worked, I got paid 10% more commission. Plus I got commission in another area on the used side. Whenever we took in a trade-in, those guys were only getting a certain amount, one piece of that. Oh, but I get a car to drive. So at the end of the day,
it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. What is better?
It was like the grass was the same. And obviously, if I preferred to have a car given to me to drive, well, that may be better for me. But for me personally, I kind of liked making a little more money, and I paid for my car. I didn't mind, Right. But at the end of the day, really, it was like 6 one, 6 the other, right?
Right.
And so, the lesson is that carries over into every area of our life. I mean, and I hate to say this, but including our marriage. Now, let me back up and qualify this. Because you could go, oh, well, you would just trade your wife and someone else would be equal. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what may appear really nice over there comes with its own set of problems. And I would venture to say even more problems than what you already have.
Right.
Because like for Glenn Ann and I, after 26 years of marriage, we've worked through so many problems and learned how to deal with those issues. It took me so long to train her, man.
I know.
It's like, I finally got her trained.
Whatever. Okay. So anyway, speaking of training and things that, stink maybe. So today, this morning, got up and some of you guys know Lexi's on crutches. And so, I was, being sure she was good, getting ready. And I walked into her room and I was like, oh my gosh, Lexi, there is something that smells horrible. And
She's 18.
Yeah, I'm thinking, did you forget a yogurt over in the corner? I mean, it's like something is rotten. She's like, I don't smell anything. I'm like, well, of course you don't. So go in and I'm, looking around for this, looking around, don't see anything. There's no, milk that's over in the corner and I just am not finding anything. So anyway, we knew something stunk, but didn't have time to, we were busy and she needed to get to school. I needed to take kids to school, had to get to Taekwondo. So we go along. She FaceTimes me later today and says, I found the problem. And so, long story short, disgusting story. The dog that slept with her last night puked in the bed. She didn't know until she found it this afternoon. 8 hours later, even more disgusting. So that's a whole nother mess. But I thought, how is that so much like marriages and someday and even in relationships? Something stinks. There's something that is not that there's a problem. There's something, you know, whether it's, you know, we're not talking to each other, you know, you're two people in the room and you're both together but not together. And instead of doing something about that and watering your own grass, you ignore the thing that stinks until that thing that stinks is disgusting and you end up going, man, we're like throwing these away. This is horrible. And your marriage is way more important and way more something to cherish. It's not something that whenever there is something that stinks, to just throw it away. It's time to go, okay, wait, we got to talk about this. There's something bigger here. We need to start doing some watering. Are you petting the dog?
BK's hanging out with me, man. He's BK.
We're having a serious talk here.
Say hi, BK.
Yeah, he's a little dainty fella.
He's a little dainty fella. Nice, Lexi. So, guys, you know, whenever you know there's something kind of stinky in there,
you got to face it. You got to clean up the mess.
You got to get dirty sometimes, and you got to kind of dig in. See, the funny part is how she found that the dog threw up in the bed was she was shuffling her covers around and moving them around and stuck her hand in it.
Disgusting.
You know, and it could be easy just to give up at that point and walk away from something so, you know, great.
Right.
Something that's supposed to be. And we can't do that.
I mean, you don't marry somebody that you think, I sort of like them, they're all right. I mean, you like make that commitment to somebody that, I mean, there was something there that was so strong that you said, yeah, this one, I like this one, I'm going to stick with this one. So when things get, you know, we kind of make it, he's like a cat. So whenever
BK purrs when you pet him.
Whenever things get stinky, you can't just decide to look at other grass.
Right. And you definitely can't decide to go play in the other grass because that's not cool. That's not worth it at all, right?
No.
So anyway, with that said, you know, the point is a little cliche, but the grass is greenest where you water it. And here's the deal. Everybody's yard has weeds. Everybody's yard has weeds. Everybody has issues and struggles.
Well, it's real easy to see other people's, but you got to step back and realize that you've got them too.
Right.
I mean, none of us. You know, it's real easy to point fingers at, well, you do this and this and this,
right,
and never go, but I also. What do I do?
What did I do? You know, it's easy to look across and go, you know, I'm just growing apart from her. She's just not who I thought she was going to be. When really, am I doing what I'm supposed to in the marriage? Am I serving her? Am I doing something for her once a day, every day that she could do herself? Am I making efforts to make it work and not looking for just a wiener excuse to give up, you know, and walk out?
And this is that, you know, we've said it several times tonight, but you know, it's not, you know, talking about the dog puke, it's not always clean and pretty and, you know, easy. It's sometimes nasty, and you got to shake the covers out, and you are half gagging as you're doing it yourself.
You just got to go do some laundry.
You know that it is not easy, but is it worth it? Oh, heck yeah! Absolutely.
And so you know, not to mention that I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a segue here, I think, and say, not because I've ever experienced this, but you know, it's one thing to see that beautiful green grass and think, oh wow, it's really nice grass. You know, it's okay to admire that. I get that. It's nature. But it's not okay to take action on any sort of desire towards that or to go play in that grass. So, you know, for Glenann and I, when we're together intimately, there is nothing like that connection. There's nothing like that. And I don't think meeting somebody once or twice or 10 times and that could be replaced. It's just not possible. And so we have to remember that. And that's part of this watering the grass. You know, are you making sure that you're serving your spouse in every way, physically, mentally, spiritually? And do we fail at that? Every day, you know. But the other side of that too is she knows also, when I fail at that, I think she also knows how hard the effort is behind making it right and doing the right thing. So I think another piece is there has to be huge effort. And again, it's that cliche saying that is so true: the grass is greenest where you water it. It's not greener on the other side, and we just can't say that enough. So water your grass. Now, what are things that we do to water the grass? We take a couple of days and go just spend a couple of days together. We went and hiked a little bit and worked out together, and just in a different place. We had conversations and got to talk about things we don't normally get time to talk about sometimes. Those are things to water the grass. Today, I kept the kids home for the afternoon. We try to kind of rotate and have them home a day a week so that, at least they're not at the school 100% of the time at the business.
He had, supper cooked. And so I didn't have to come home and go, okay, what are we going to eat? It was like, oh, this is awesome. You got out the grill and, things that I wouldn't have done.
Right.
And it was awesome.
And yeah, but it goes two ways. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to leave for a trip or we're packed to go somewhere and I go, oh, I forgot this. And she goes, oh, it's in that area of your suitcase right there. And I go, yeah, awesome. And it just makes my life better, easier. And then, always looking for ways to make hers life. That's watering the grass.
Yes.
That's what we're doing to try to make things right. Because at the end of the day, just remember this. I know I've said it, but we're one, and doing something that hurts her is like chopping my own leg off, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to put... And then the second piece is this. I have way too much respect for her to step out of those bounds and do something stupid. So now let me back up. If you've been through that, this is not judgment.
Oh, okay.
If you are on marriage 3, it's okay. That's perfectly fine.
But we want to help. We want to
dive in now wherever you're at and water, fertilize that grass and make it the best grass possible, because it's truly up to us. She said something super powerful, I think, and it was in the beginning. There was some reason you said yes to this. You fell in love with this. Guys, find it. Go back to those feelings and those days and those sensations of what was it if you feel yourself begin to get a little flat. And
realize that, saying, well, they're just different. So are you.
Yeah.
None of us are the same. I mean, I know that we have not changed at all since high school. I mean, because that's where we met. So we're like still, no. None of us are the same. Our bodies, our minds, nothing is the same. So they didn't change. We both changed.
We changed.
And we both changed. And that change can grow you closer.
Absolutely, if you choose to. And so anyway, guys, water the grass, make it green. Hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. And remember, sometimes it takes getting a little dirty. Do the laundry, man. Talk to each other. Be transparent. Be open. I have made efforts to do this for years, and I asked Glenann on our drive, or while we were on our trip, I don't know, not patting my own back, but 25 times, what else can I do for you? What can I do to make things better for you? How can I make your life better? Is there anything I can do for you? Because I truly care. I want that. I want to have grandkids together, and I want to see our kids finish college and have lives, and shoot, I want to live off of them. Right. So anyway, you guys go have a great night. Married Like a Champ. Like it, share it, check in. Let us know where you're checking in from. I'll try to get back to the comments later on. Love having you guys on. If you have thoughts for topics, just private message me, her, or both, or post it in the comments, man, because we'd love to hear it, and we'll get on it and just at least give you some thoughts from our strange perspective.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys go have a great night. Thanks, Miss Debbie,
Bye-bye.
Mr. John. Y'all have a great night.